I want to take this video to show how I'm coming along for the customer and also for YouTube. This has got a lavender body with a darker lavender. Most houses are in flat. This is in satin, which works on some colors. But I'm working very slowly around the corners. And as you can see, I've had a few misses here. Misses aren't a problem because all you have to do is paint one color up and overlap the color you want, and then cut in or fine-tune the color to where you want it. Now down here, this is oil prime. This is completely against code. And back in the 60s, they didn't really have a code, but it's a good thing. It's because you should have your wood about 6 inches off the ground, just like it is next to it. That way the water doesn't get on it and rot it. And that's why I've put oil primer right here. And here we are in this little cool looking Chinese walkway, and there's the little Chinese pagoda. It's even got a little light in there. It even works too. It came with it. This was a really small tree when it was born, but as you can see, I am slowly getting around here. What I'll do is I get up very close to like this original Chinese lamp that came with the place, and then what I'll do is I'll cut in, like I've cut in all the way down this concrete. I'll have to do it again, 2 coats, but that's what I'll do. I'll cut in the edges, just like I'll cut in the edges right here, like I've done up here, and I'll do it here. Now to give you kind of perspective, that's really neat. The front door is right there where it's yellow, but to give you a perspective of how inside and outside work is done, inside work has to be a lot more precise for the main reason that the customer or the person is in the abode at all times. And so they notice things, especially if you have a woman customer. Look how thick that door is. That's solid wood. And the guy that built this, he put every one of these pieces in, these pieces of wood in, and there was no caulking used. I caulked it all in on the last time I painted it. Painted it yellow and then black on the outside. But the woodwork was so well done. But I'll show you how this was all brown at one time. As you can see, I'll just leave that open. This is a fake bamboo wallpaper which goes with the oriental motif. But here's the ceilings up here. The ceilings were originally brown, and you can see how well I cut them in. And this is the rest of the ceilings over here. Ceilings are one of my specialties. I really like doing that. A lot of people don't like touching them. But all the walls were brown too. And as you can see just how well the color is cut. I have a kind of a patented secret method I use. But you can see how well it's cut right into the ceiling all the way down. Now this is also satin, same as outside. Most people use flat on the inside. Satin is very hard to paint. It's just a lot trickier because it's got shine on it. It's also, the ceiling here is satin. That's why you see a kind of a glimmer off of it, because it's got half or a quarter of gloss in it. And then I hand painted everything. As you can see, this is the yellow and the white. I hand painted all the white down to the bottom there with no tape or anything, and no tape around the edges. But this is how it's supposed to be done when you get a paint job, and a lot of times it's not. But I do it my way because like my brother is very good with the piano. I'm very good with a paintbrush. I take a lot longer to do it, but I'll tell you what, I can sign my work. It's all signature work, and it's in the dark. It's kind of in the dark right now. And that's a cool mirror, isn't it? Look at that mirror. We got that mirror when I was a little tiny kid. It's got a base right here that had a really nice piece of pink marble on it, and that's me at 50. I know. Yeah, I know. I've really gone to hell, but oh well. I still got all my hair, and I can still walk. Here's the walls. You can see the shine on them. But a real good painter, you can tell how well he cuts in his walls to his ceiling and how well he does the ceilings. Ceilings are the most hardest thing to do. A lot of people will have a house for 20 years. They may paint the walls 5 or 6 times. They'll never touch the ceiling. And that's my forte, is ceilings. Anyway, let's see if I can, I'll show you just a little contrast right here. This really neat, these doors slide open. Now, I painted all this whole house, but you can see we have a yellow right here. But you can see how well all the lines are done. This is the way it should be done if you're paying $45, $50 an hour. But you don't get it that way. And then this had some custom skylights. These have all been caulked in and painted white. All this light fixtures here, which came with the house, they've all been painted in. And then you can see over here, and we'll go back out again, right here. And this patio has a sliding door and a French door, which is nice. It's an added touch they used to do in the 60s when our building was at its finest back in the day. Okay, here we are back out here again. So I continue. And now I'll take my paintbrush, I'll cut in here, and I'll cut in some of this top part. And I always like to fix a few flaws going along because I want to do it right. One day this might be my house, so that's where we are so far. And that's how I paint in America.